Hello book lover, welcome to my channel. My name is Kay if you're new here, and today I have for you some bookshelf reorganization. I am totally reorganizing my clean and Christian fiction bookshelf specifically, and I can't wait to show you how I do that and just give you some tips and tricks on how I go about organizing. So in this video, I am not going to go one by one and show you every single individual book that I own and tell you what it's about. I guess you'll see them all on camera, but it's not like an in-depth type of thing because we would be here way too long and I do not have time for that. I thought it would actually be fun in the future if you guys are interested to do a bookshelf tour series where I go one by one through my shelves and show you all the historical fiction books that I own, all of the clean and Christian fantasy that I own, and kind of do it by genre that way. If you would be interested in that, please let me know because I think that's the direction I want to go, so that way I can save everybody a lot of time and people can just watch the video for the genres that they're actually interested in. But today I more so really just wanted to clean up my bookshelves. This is going to be kind of a voiceover-y video because I was in the process of organizing, trying to record, but I was definitely focusing, doing a lot of alphabetizing and things like that. So I didn't really stop a lot to tell you exactly what I was doing. So I hope you don't mind a little bit of a voiceover, but I am so happy with how my shelves turned out. I'm loving all of the greenery. I love all of the little trinkets and things like that. They just bring me so much joy. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the actual organizing process. To begin, I just wanted to show you guys the before of what my bookshelf looks like before I actually get into doing all of the reorganizing. I have a lot of books on here that are just in piles. There's really no organization other than by genre at the moment. The bottom two shelves are also just full of secular clean books that I actually want to take off of this shelf because I want it to be focused on more Christian fiction. So I'm actually moving those books to a beam that is above my bed because I do have a sentimental tie to some of these books. I want to keep these books, I just don't necessarily feel the need to display all of them on my main shelf. All of these books I just love and they're clean from what I can remember, so I don't really want to get rid of them, so this is my solution for that. So here is how the top shelf books turned out. It is a little bit disorganized, but honestly, that's totally fine by me. I'm not reaching for these ones very often. The next thing I wanted to do was remove my Harry Potter books from the very top of my shelf, not for any weird reason. I'm just not as in love with them as I used to be, so I decided to put them away with the other middle grade books that I own at the top shelf of my closet, and then I moved on just to reorganizing the very top of my bookcase, and I loved how it turned out. I put Miss Ashley Willingham front and center because you guys know how much I love her fantasy series, and then my sister made me this beautiful book bouquet out of Redeeming Love. That is one of my favorite books. It's the first Christian book that I ever read, and so I am displaying that too. I'm loving the plant and the trinket aesthetic that is happening. For these main shelves, I'm just going to go by genre and alphabetize by author. I'm thinking historical and classics will go over here, and then mystery, contemporary, and fantasy over here. I don't have as much of those, so I think that will work. Now there are some authors like Francine Rivers that she has a mix of contemporary and historical, but she's mostly historical, so I'm just gonna put her in the historical section. I'm just gonna start with this shelf here and start just taking books off. I pulled off all of the books by genre and just kind of placed them on my bed and started organizing by author last name. Now I didn't go into organizing, alphabetizing by the second letter of the last name or anything crazy. If it started with an A, I just stuck it all in an A pile and so forth. My thought is that this will honestly just help me from accidentally buying duplicates because I can look at my shelf, find the author, and then know whether or not I already own a specific title by them. One of my favorite things to do with authors that I own a lot of their books or I plan to buy more of their books is to actually set them up horizontally instead of vertically, because then I can just add to the stack of books from that author, and it also gives me wiggle room. I believe it saves space. Maybe I'm crazy, but I truly think it saves space on the bookshelf, and so I can kind of cram a little bit more on the shelf than I would be able to otherwise. And now I'm moving over to the fantasy, contemporary, and mystery bookshelves. These ones I felt like went a lot quicker because I don't own a bunch in these genres yet. I'm sure I will be adding many more. I love bookends so much because they add such pretty decoration to the shelves. So there's all the fantasy, and I love that I have some wiggle room to add more. I put Ashley Willingham up here because I know I'm buying more from her this year. When it comes to bookends, trinkets, plants, those kinds of things, I always look at thrift stores, Hobby Lobby, also the Dollar Tree. I have found the best bookends at thrift stores, if I'm being honest, and all plants are fake.
Cheese!
Say cheese! Do you want a hug? I love you.
Mama!
Yeah? I love you. Thank you for your hugs. You're so sweet. Zion was just being so adorable, so I hope you don't mind that I kept that in there. Okay, so over here we have all of the historical fiction, historical romance, and we also have my classics collection. I just think this turned out so pretty, and then the bottom shelves are actually both empty. So I have plenty of room for collecting more books and shifting books on the shelf should I need to. And then over here we have all of my Christian and clean fantasy. Of course we have Miss Ashley Willingham top shelf around here. We also then go into my clean and contemporary books, Christian books, and then we also have all of my mystery collection. Here is a total pan over of the entire shelf. I could not be more happy with how this turned out. It is just so cozy, and oh, I have so much joy in my heart over looking at this bookshelf. There we have it. The bookshelves are officially all organized. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was definitely a shorter one than usual, but I just hope it gave you some inspiration or maybe some ideas on organizing your own personal collection. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, will you please leave me any sort of plant emoji? It can be a flower, a leaf, anything like that, just because I'm totally loving the springy, naturey, cottagecore vibes of my bookshelves now. As always, I appreciate your support and your love and your comments so much. They mean the world to me. I really do read every single one, even if I can't get back to every single individual comment. Just know that I see you and I appreciate you. I hope you have an absolute blessed week, and I will see you next time. Bye!